Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of the show where they say it's a game of inches, but we find ourselves being fourth and long, having to punt plenty of times. That's right, another episode of Dad's Turn to Talk. My name is Derek. Welcome to this evening. Before we get started, obviously the rules and regulations of the game here. We really obviously want a first down, and we like a first down, but we want you to like our show. So please go ahead and do just that. Just head down. It's not that far. Again, you don't have anything to lose except your dignity. Go ahead and do just that. And right next to it, the subscribe button, extra credit. We'll give you all the toppings you want on your pizza if you do that. Please. So thank you very much for conducting that activity for us. In addition, we also timestamp our episodes. So if there's a particular topic you would like to go ahead and scroll to, feel free. But we'd like for you to really find a way to take an hour and a half to 2 of your life and waste it with us, because that's what we feel the right course of action is on a weekly basis. All right. Now, on to the introductions for the night. Speaking of a man who actually knows a little something about the game of football as a former quarterback, he actually did get a first down as opposed to going fourth and long, and actually being successful, as opposed to my ass that would have been on that offensive line. Bob, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very good after this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And we will. I cannot wait to talk about this later tonight, but I'm doing well, and it's good to be here. Looking to have some fun. How you doing, Derek?
I'm doing well, thank you. I am also looking forward to some fun. We were talking before here on the show. The only fun I get can't come in the form of food anymore because I am now having to diet. So I got to get my fun somewhere, even if it is with the one I'm about to introduce here, who would be Josh. Hello, Josh.
Of course. How are you, Derek?
Good, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's good. Ready for a good show tonight? Ready to spend it with you guys for the next couple of hours, get away from this crazy thing called life right now. So I'm excited to be here.
We're glad you could join us on time this week.
Yes, right? I'm glad. Okay, it's good. It's good.
Thank you.
I wish he hadn't, but...
Oh, that's right. The little twinkle. Oh, I just remembered that. It's nice and quiet here.
Yeah, Josh, I can make it very quiet real quick, so you might want to stop while you're ahead.
You remember that course of action, don't you? Yeah, that's right. Okay, get rid of that tagline while you're at it. All right, let's get on with the show here. Before we do get started, folks, we need to take a step out of fun zone here and mention a somber note. We're taping this one on the night where Charlie Kirk was assassinated, shot and killed earlier today at an event. I believe it was a college in Utah.
Yeah.
Crazy, psychotic, out of control event that really, it doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you fall on. This is nuts. And obviously very scary. Charlie Kirk leaves behind 2 babies, a boy and a girl. Ugh. And obviously not something any of us should be in favor for or, happy about. So if we want to go round robin here just to talk a little bit about thoughts about the event and give some words, let's go ahead and do just that. Bob, we'll start with you.
When it started popping up on my feed on X when he got shot, and of course saw the video, and I was just floored by it and absolutely disgusted and heartbroken. Heartbroken, obviously, for his family, for his wife, his 2 kids, all of his loved ones, friends that knew him. Just heartbroken because, this is a man who lost his life. And also just really pissed off because somebody was assassinated here, because this is an assassination. This is not just any targeted event. This was an assassination. And to know that he was gunned down just because people disagreed with him is absolutely disgusting. I was just floored by it. And then I was even more disgusted when I saw online people celebrating his. Obviously, the majority of what I saw were people who were, offering their condolences, even who, on the left, because I try to keep my political views kind of quiet on this show and even on my own channel, but I make no bones about it. I am on the right side. So a lot of the people that I follow are on the right, but I do follow some on the left, and it was nice seeing some of them offer their condolences and whatnot. But then to see in the comment section on certain people where you had people celebrating this, and that just made me even sicker. I couldn't believe it. And that we've gotten to a point in this country where you can have a disagreement with somebody and you think it's okay to go out and do that. There's just absolutely no room for that type of stuff in the United States, because that's the whole point. We are founded on free speech. You don't have to like what somebody says, but they have a right to say it. And Charlie Kirk, he had a reputation of going on these college campuses and debating people, not just on college campuses, but on podcasts. I mean, he had one of the top podcasts. He'd been involved in politics since he was 18, started Turning Point USA, and which had really become very influential in the political world. And, I mean, he had a bright future ahead of him, but he was always the type of person that seemed that he encouraged political discourse and people to speak their minds. And to see what happened was just absolutely disgusting, because he was basically doing what we've all said, speak your mind, have discourse, have debate. Like we've talked about that with each other privately, because we'd all disagree, but we can have conversations and we can disagree without being disagreeable. And that's what he would do, is that he would have these debates, and to actually do the things that we all think that you should be doing, and to see him gunned down like that was just, it was appalling. And then, like I said, to see people celebrating it was disgusting. Personally, for me, I hope that we can be better than that. I hope we can learn from that. And I hope that the things that he stood for, people will continue to stand up for those things, because again, he was a big proponent of free speech and American values. And so I hope people will champion that. My condolences go out to his wife, his kids, and again, his loved ones. So.
Thanks for that, Bob. Appreciate that. Josh, why don't you go ahead?
I am just so upset about this. Mortified. I'll just say it, kind of piggyback on what Bob said. We come from different, political ideologies. And, I've known Bob for many, many years. And he's, just said he's more Republican, I'm more Democrat. We have never, even though we have, maybe disagreed on things, we've always respected each other and our opinions, and never let that come between us. And to see what happened today, this is not about a political ideology. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a warlock, whatever. This guy was a father of 2 small kids. And this jerk, I don't even know if they caught him yet. I think I saw a video of him, an older gentleman.
Okay,
right?
so yeah, it turns out that guy was being held because of obstruction of justice. It turns out, I think they've released him, but there was another suspect that they have in custody, last I heard, and
Okay.
This is the person that they think did it.
Okay.
At least from what I've heard, unless anything new has come out since I last saw that, which was like an hour and a half ago.
Okay. This is just absolutely disgusting. And I have an issue at times with guns. Okay. I really think that they are so easy to get. And Bob had a good point earlier. He's like, Josh, even if it wasn't guns, it could be something else. People are always going to find a way. It's so heartbreaking to have this happen to this guy. Yes, maybe I didn't agree with, what he talked about. It doesn't matter though. He was a human being and he was respectful. You know, he gave his opinion, but he let other people debate him. And that's what debate is, you know? And I feel so bad for his family. And this was totally just, I don't know what you do because, you know, he was there in the open and, you know, he's not a political figure, right, guys? He was
No,
an
I mean
activist.
he's not a politician, but being the head of Turning Point USA, that had become a big thing amongst college campuses and really helping to create new voters for the conservatives, and it had become a very big fundraising thing. But he wasn't a politician. I
Right.
mean, he was a political activist.
Yeah,
He
he
was a
was
political commentator. He
political
was not.
influence. Yeah,
Yes.
political
And
influence.
he had one of the top podcasts in the world. I
Right, but he
mean,
had no protection, is what I'm saying, Bob.
yeah, I mean,
He wasn't
he
involved
was
with
just
a, you know, he's not the president, he's not the pope.
yes,
You know, he's out in the open.
yeah, he didn't have like private security there with him or anything like that.
Just it was shocking. It was shocking when I heard it happen. When they said it happened, I was like, oh, I don't know if he is going to survive. And then obviously he passed away. There's something else they were saying about. Oh God, I just lost it. It goes back to our conversation about getting older. You think about it, and then it just completely goes in one
Yeah.
ear and the other. You're like,
Absolutely true.
what was I going to tell you guys about his? Oh God, I can't. He had gotten shot, and they took him. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, just you know, rest in peace. You know, I mean, I took a debate class in college. I remember, and you know, it's the freedom of speech. We are allowed to talk, and we might not agree with each other, but that doesn't mean you go and harm each other. And
You
I
know,
feel something has to be done. I just I don't know what that is. I know
just to
what
kind of
I would like. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say just to kind of piggyback off that, um, one of the things that I really appreciated tonight, the Yankees did a moment of silence for him.
Yeah.
Showed his picture up on the jumbotron.
Okay.
Several sports stars and a few actors here and there, were like Chris Pratt were offering their prayers and whatnot. So it was good to see some people really stepping up and not afraid to call or to take that stance because again, when you see people out there celebrating this, I mean,
That's disgusting.
it blows my mind.
It's disgusting. We as America need to come together with this. This needs to stop. We should not forget Democrat, forget Republican. Everybody needs to come together and be strong. America strong. And there's been so much controversy the last 10 years. When is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Derek.
What are your thoughts, Derek?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've already made the point here about us being, all over the place politically, but you guys did a pretty good job bottom lining it on this point. There's a 3-year-old and 1-year-old baby that now no longer have a father.
No, and won't know him.
And won't know him.
Yeah.
I don't care what side you are on politically. That's disgraceful with the way this went down.
Absolutely.
We have taken ourselves now to a point where we have not only left the pot on the stovetop boiling, but the water is now just overflowing.
Yeah.
It's now gone to a point where exactly what we didn't want to have happen did happen. And we went over the limit. I don't know. I really hope that there's not going to be a trend where, now we start going back and forth with this. I really, really hope that. But I can tell you this much. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness cannot happen in an environment like this. No one will win.
Nope.
No one. And even if you do disagree, and sometimes you may not even find common ground. Sometimes it just may be so vehemently disagreeable in terms of what you're talking about. But I'll tell you this much: leaving politics aside, that's also democracy. You have to be able to talk about it, because if you can't, then why are we even trying to get anything done? So even if this guy had all the things that you would disagree with, you really want to turn into that kind of monster with this stuff? I certainly don't, and I don't think most people do. Luckily, I do believe that. I believe there's a lot more good people out there than there are bad. And just one last point I'll make here. I don't know what the solution is to all this. I don't have the answers, but I don't think it's a one answer solution either. It's probably a few different things that all compiles into it. But I'd like to think that part of that answer is what we're doing here with the three of us every week. We talk it through. Never once have we lost our cool. And by the way, folks, rarely do we ever really even talk about this stuff. We're mostly talking about the stuff that you see us talk about. We'd much rather do that. And when we're not talking about this, we're talking about our lives, our kids, our spouses, significant others, whatever it may be, work, sports probably. That always falls under the topic. And then movies, and then whatever else we talk about on the show. You guys see a lot of what we talk about. And I'm telling you, folks, rather than worry about somebody's political affiliation, on any type of a tweet or social media post, you get to actually know somebody. I'm telling you, life can be pretty beautiful that way. You can really appreciate it. And sometimes it's nice hearing a different viewpoint every so often, even if you don't agree with it.
Yeah.
It's how you grow. It's how we learn. It's how we cultivate ideas. And then maybe you even get better as a result. So I hope that, everybody can learn to just be good to each other. Treat each other in a better way, because all of us deserve it, from us as adults to our kids, to our parents, the grandparents out there. Everybody deserves to be not only treated with respect and dignity, they also have a right to feel safe. So if there is any silver lining out of all this, I hope that we learn to do that with one another. And not just as American citizens or Republicans or Democrats, but just as people. If you were raised right, you know how to do that, which I'm sure plenty of us were.
Yeah.
Bob, have you and I, in all the years we've talked about this, have we gotten into a fight about our political affiliation?
It's funny because we'll yell and scream at each other, but in a way that we know we're joking. Yeah, we know that we're joking about it. And because we'll be laughing as we're doing it. And then as soon as the conversation's over, it's like, all right, okay, whatever. You're crazy, but I still love you. And that's
disagree.
Yes, and that's the end of it. And when I say, folks, that we yell at each other, we'll yell at each other about movies. We'll yell at each other about sports, because that's how we interact with each other.
Yes, that's true.
And so we do the same thing with that. But like Derek said, we rarely talk about that, because the truth is we'd much rather talk about the things that we have in common than the things that we don't. But even when we do talk about those things, we walk away friends and in a good mood with each other. We don't let it ruin our day. And you mentioned that to me earlier, Derek, that with a lot of this stuff is that people dwell on politics so much, they let it fester in them, and they eat up everything that's said on social media or in the mainstream media, and they let that fester in their thoughts. It's just learn to live your life away from
it's not healthy.
Yeah,
it's not healthy to be like that. Come on.
But yeah, it's really sad what happened today, and like you said, Derek, hopefully there's a silver lining in this, and that for those that are celebrating it, I hope those on the left will condemn that, which I've seen some going on. If the role was reversed, I would hope that people on the right would condemn it. If it was if the role was reversed, so I mean, because there's just no place for that.
No, I actually did get a chance, because we know it's pretty obvious what the opinion would be on Fox News, but I was curious, like what MSNBC was saying about it. And I heard Chris Hayes say, "I'm no different than that guy was. That could have been me." And
Yeah.
he's right. He's absolutely right. So they weren't celebrating this at all, and they were doing the same thing, condemning it. It's just like, really, what is? There's something to celebrate here, because that's pretty appalling if we've reached that point.
Yeah.
And it
You
sounds
guys
like
know what? You know what I want, gentlemen? I want a country united.
yeah, I do.
Really,
too.
I want, and by no means, our president, whatever he wants, but if he could sit there and unite the country together, Democrats and say, this is not about that. That's what I'd like to see. I don't know if we would, but I would like a country united right now.
I think that the American experiment is one that is continuous, and maybe we have to go through a little bit of this to learn how to make
Maybe.
sure we act right. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. So.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm still happy to be talking with you guys, and hopefully everybody can find some friendship out there that's worth it, whether there's an R or a D at the end of your name.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest easy. Okay. All right. We ready to move on, gents?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. To the first topic of the evening. Bob, if you would please, with your fine work. I get dancing every time I hear that song.
The music's phenomenal. The graphics are phenomenal. It's done. It's good. By the way, one of our friends, I ran into one of our friends today, and I said, "Yeah, I'm heading to do the podcast." He's like, "Are you guys going live? Are you live?" I said, "Very soon."
Yeah.
Under construction.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God!
Caution tape and everything in the orange. All right, let's talk about some latest news here. Thanks, Variety. So we have Michael Caine coming out of retirement at 92 years of age.
Jeez.
Now that's a working man. You got to give him that.
Yes.
And then we have Vin Diesel's last Witch Hunter 2 at Lionsgate. It's not Fast and the Furious 15 at this point for him. It's not. Okay. Well, let's move on to the first news here. Really a gem from across the pond. Nothing but good things to say about Michael Caine. But, boy, Michael, at 92, I think you can hang him up. I guess you really are not done yet. How very Betty White of you. Let's talk about the news here, Bob. You want to sum up exactly what we're looking at?
All right. So, of course, we see in the headline here that Michael Caine's coming out of retirement at 92 years old for the last Witch Hunter 2. Real quick, did either of you see the last Witch Hunter?
No.
I saw it once, and I remember thinking it was entertaining. Not something that I was crazy about, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was kind of strange that this would be the movie that he would come out of retirement for.
Yeah.
But let's get here into the article. It says Michael Caine is eyeing a return to acting with a sequel to The Last Witch Hunter at Lionsgate. You know what? Let me blow this up just a little. The audience can see it.
Yeah, there we
go. A
go.
little bit better.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. The 92-year-old screen legend is set to come out of retirement for the future, which will also see Vin Diesel return to headline. The sequel is being fast-tracked through development at Lionsgate and Diesel's production banner One Race Films, Variety has confirmed. Though a deal for Caine hasn't been finalized, the actor is expected to reprise his role from the 2015 original Last Witch Hunter. Caine played Dolan, a priest who assists Diesel's warrior Calder as he fights to stop a plague propagated by a witch queen. If you go down a little bit further, it does talk about how it kind of became a cult classic. Audiences have really grown on this one compared to when it first came out. It says The Last Witch Hunter sequel would mark Caine's first feature since announcing his retirement from acting in 2023 at the age of 90. And he basically goes on to say that, now I can pretty much only get the roles of 85 and 90-year-old men. So it's probably time to go ahead and hang it up. And so he did, but he is coming out of retirement for this one.
Oh wow. Well,
do you think he
start
went?
us off.
Do you think Vin Diesel like went to him? He's like, "Come on, I will offer you, and he's like, "No, no, no, I'm retired. I'll offer you 60 million. Beg your pardon? I'd be glad
No,
to
he just
start."
said, "We're family. We're family."
We're family.
That's funny. Good for
Then
him.
Diesel invited him to the recent UFC fight. Michael Caine was hooked, and that's where they decided to make the arrangement to get the movie.
Notice they said this word. This is so fast tracked.
Yeah, well, they're fast
Yeah.
tracking it.
They're fast tracking it.
Oh, there's some fast tracking, all right.
They're like,
You got to get this done now.
we gotta get it done now.
Oh.
That's funny.
They if I may, I can't even remember the last movie Michael Caine was in before he did hang it up. Anybody remember?
Let me see if I can find out.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm not.
Dark Knight Rises.
Probably,
No.
you know what it was? It was
What?
probably a Christopher Nolan movie.
Wait,
What
no,
was
wasn't I thought it might have been the one with Alan Alda and Morgan Freeman, where they're the
It was
three old
probably
guys.
Dunkirk. It was probably Dunkirk.
I don't think so. Okay, he played final film role was The Great Escaper.
Okay, all right. Never saw it.
See, you said Dunkirk, but he was actually in Tenet, which came out after
Tenet.
Dunkirk.
Yeah. What else, Josh?
I'm just, you know what? It's just, what can we say? Good for him. He wants to work. Yeah, I don't know what you say to this time. What is the question, gentlemen? Is he too old to come out of retirement and do this movie?
No, okay. First off, he's Michael Caine. He can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever. That man's earned that.
He wants to come out and drool and eat pudding the whole time. He's welcome to go ahead and do that because he's Michael Caine. He's earned the right to do that. This is he's a legend. I don't care. Just put him on screen. I'll watch it just because of that. And I think it's just simply that maybe he had fun doing the last one and he just thought, okay, this will be fun again, or maybe he got bored.
Yeah,
you never know.
Well, I mean, who are we to say? If you feel like you can do it, then do it. What does Rocky Balboa say? What? I mean, I got rights or something,
I don't care if we see a nurse pushing him around on screen. He is allowed to do it.
He's earned legendary status.
Yes, he is a legend.
Yeah,
he's a legend. Let's have some fun with it.
Think about it. He did Goldmember. It's so random. Goldmember, Tenet, Batman.
You know what? He's one of those actors that can really do it all.
Yeah.
You gotta. He can play action. He can play suspense. He can play funny.
Yeah.
He can do it all.
Good for him. Great. Let him do this. Let him do this. And good Lord. I mean, look at Mel Brooks is going to be in Spaceballs too. He'll be 100 years old.
Well, he has a right to be in that.
And they're fast tracking that one.
They better.
They're super fast tracking that one.
To be fair, though, he is playing a priest, so he'll probably be moving slow. That's a plus.
Yeah, probably be sitting.
A lot of sitting.
I think he's a kid now.
If he wants the pudding, give it to him.
Yes,
that's fair. Yeah, he could hang out on the pew. No one would mind. It'd be fine. He's going to do great. He's not going to screw it up. That we know.
He's Michael Caine.
Professional.
He'll be fine.
Yeah. But good on him, man. I think it is hysterical that Michael Caine and Vin Diesel are going to be in another movie together.
So random.
The fact that there was a first one with the two of them is pretty great. There's another one. Man, hey, good on him, dude. Congratulations, Michael. Go get him. Have fun.
Bob, what do you think?
No, I already said it. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, I got nothing more to say on that.
Okay.
It is kind of fun watching, these guys who are getting older. They're kind of like branching out and doing like new stuff. Like Denzel Washington has that thing on Apple TV that he's doing that looks kind of interesting. Is that hip hop mogul who's chasing down, somebody who's trying to get his son. It looks really interesting.
I love Denzel Washington. He's so good.
I mean, he's another one that's earned
He is
legendary
great
status.
in everything I've ever seen him in, except
Yeah.
Gladiator 2.
Well,
Gladiator 2.
okay,
That was terrible.
all right, one miss. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Even he was bad in that movie. That's how bad that movie was.
That was really a terrible idea from the start, though. If we're going to be honest about it,
right? Was
you
he in
don't
Glory?
try to sequel that.
Yes, he was in Glory.
Yes, he was in Glory. That's why he won his first Oscar for Glory.
That's right.
Yeah.
God, that movie was insane.
Yeah, that's the scene where he gets like whipped and he doesn't flinch, but he starts tearing up.
Yes.
Starts crying.
Oh God,
it's super intense.
I remember the guy getting his head blown off. Oh God, that movie was. We were young too when it came out.
We were very young when that movie came out. It was one of those double VHS cases.
Yes,
so you that for a long haul.
Yes. Oh my God.
Not enough tape on one of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's great. Good for you, Michael. All right. Next piece of business, please. Excited about this.
So yeah, we got a trailer to go ahead and check out here.
Good Will Hunting too.
Called The Rip, which brings Ben Affleck and Matt Damon together. You guys see it?
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and check this out. I have not seen it. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
Me too. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
So, there's been some developments. We have a few more questions. Last time we spoke, you described the job as follows. Your unit works the dope game. Drugs, guns. Knock, knock. Miami PD.
How you doing this evening?
5 cops just magically appeared on my doorstep. I've been better.
You mind if we come inside?
But the majority of your work consisted of cash seizures.
I don't have any drugs.
The dog's not trained to detect drugs. The dog's trained to detect money. How much was the tip that came in? 300 grand. That's a $20 million rip. It'd be so much easier if we just stole this money. I swear to God.
You should just take whatever money you want and walk away before this goes really bad for all of us.
No one needs to die tonight. You have 30 minutes to get out of that house.
What we do right now and who we talk to matters. The longer we stick around here, the dicier this shit's gonna be. Tell me what's fucking going on! You think I wanna jack this, Rip? I don't trust you right now, and that's a fucking problem! Any ideas?
Who might want this money?
$20 million. Where do you want to start?
AWTGG. What does it mean?
Are we the good guys?
All
right.
Looks
interesting.
good.
Okay, Bob, lead us off with this one.
All right. Well, first off, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon back together. Sign me up. just for that alone. I think Ben Affleck has really turned into a great actor over the years, and Matt Damon has had some great roles over the years as well. You put the two of them back together, this could be a lot of fun. It seems like a very interesting premise that you've got these two cops that don't really trust each other because one might be trying to take the money that they're supposedly seizing. So that seems like it could be kind of interesting here. This looks good. It looks like it could be kind of dark and gritty. And yeah, sign me up for this one. I'm looking forward to this.
Very good. Josh, reaction.
I think it looks excellent. I think Matt Damon is the bad guy.
Already? We're just going to go for it?
I'd say it's either him or Affleck. One of them is going to be the bad guy. I don't know why. I just had that feeling in that trailer. I thought that trailer was awesome. I thought it was awesome. I think it's going to be a good movie. It's on Netflix. Get your popcorn ready. Don't watch it with the kids. And Bobby liked that one. got him to laugh. On that
You got me to
one.
laugh because you're like, it's on Netflix. So you're like, yeah, I can see this one. I don't have to pay anything.
I don't have to pay
True.
$80.
You can just go sit down.
Exactly. It's fantastic.
Although
No,
you're probably going to have to stay up late and fall asleep, or do you have to watch it on your iPad to stay awake?
you know me too well. Good Lord. Bobby earlier today is like, are you going to get into Reacher? I said, Bob, I can't even stay up past 5 minutes when I get into bed. Yes, I'll get to Reacher eventually.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he starts it and then he pats himself on the back for starting it. Aren't you
Right.
proud of me? I watched it. Well, how many episodes have you watched? Well, I've watched 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 months ago.
I know.
4 months ago.
You can't just take a break like that, Josh. It doesn't
At
count.
least get through the first season and then take a break before you get to the next one.
I know.
Because it's only 8 episodes. You watch one a night and you're done in 8 days.
I know, it's true. You're right. You're right.
What show will you be watching after Alien Earth? We'll give you one show to watch. We won't
He
ask
needs
you
to
to do
finish
more.
Stranger Things
I have
because
to
he's
finish
only got a
Stranger
couple episodes left.
I've got to finish Stranger. I only have a couple episodes left. It's Stranger Things. Then I'm doing Reacher. I'm finishing.
Stranger Things is perfect television. Perfect.
And you're look, Reacher's perfect. I mean, Stranger Things is perfect.
It is.
It is.
You saw season 1 just like me. Don't act like that was an absolute perfection.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what. Bobby never said it best when he said it best that this last season is like season 1 on acid.
On steroids.
Yeah,
It's steroids.
That's an unreal.
It's
that's an unreal season, man.
Yeah. So
it's great.
Yep.
Even the
was
worst season, even the worst seasons are still really good.
It's still entertaining,
Yeah. This one
Okay,
just
good. All right, good. So you have a plan. I like a plan.
There you go.
So we're going to do
yes,
Stranger
I
Things
gave you a
next.
plan. Yes.
Okay. What's after
And
that?
I need you to watch Fantastic Four, though. I need you
I'm
to
not
start
doing
watching
that. Let's move on. Okay? That's not going to happen.
I'll
Ever.
also have to watch Thunderbolts. I got to actually watch Thunderbolts, too.
Actually, I have to do that one too.
You do have time on that though, because we got a whole year before Spider-Man comes out, before any Marvel stuff comes out that's worth
true.
anything. Yeah, we're gonna get those little TV shows, but nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody
So
cares.
put that in the end of your backlog, John.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that right now. You've got plenty
What'd you
of
think,
other
Derek?
things. Yeah, I love how Boston Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are. Like, even it doesn't matter if they're in Miami or Vegas or
They're Boston. They're Boston.
Yeah, they could go to El Paso or LA or the Bay Area. They will always be Boston. It does not
They're
matter
Boston.
where you put them.
Doesn't matter.
They're just going to be Boston. I mean, who's not a fan of these two at this point? It's great to see them back together.
Yeah.
It's been a while, right?
Yeah.
And I remember how everybody kind of thought that Matt Damon was really kind of the cream, between the two of them. And everybody's like, oh, Ben Affleck. But Ben Affleck kind of came around and earned his stripes too, I think.
He's done some good stuff.
Yeah, he has. Really good stuff. And I was kind of like, no, you can give him a nod. Come on now. So I'm excited. Yeah, you're right. I'm excited to see him again. This looks really interesting. This was the stuff you actually used to go to a movie theater for.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yep.
Like, it was kind of like the summer blockbusters or the holidays would be over, and then you would get stuff like this in between. So I think it's kind of fun that we're getting that type of movie in January when the holiday buzz is over. But this time, you're right, Bob. We get to sit and enjoy this on our couch.
There we go.
I don't think this one's going to get a movie theater release like Frankenstein.
No.
No, that is reserved for
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that is reserved for Guillermo. That is reserved for Guillermo, folks. It's the movie theater release.
Hey, guys, I just read the second suspect from the shooting today has been released.
Okay, so then they're still looking for
shooter.
They're still looking for him. I wouldn't. I think that's going to happen sooner than later. I think justice will be held here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I can't wait for this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We should plan to review. Put that on the docket.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. So because we were able to see Havoc pretty easily, which was awesome. So
I forgot about Havoc. Oh,
Havoc was fantastic, wasn't it? That was another one that did deserve a movie theater release.
Yes.
Moving on. The Rip, January. I'll see you boys there.
See you there.
That'll be
All
fun.
right. Yep. Now, folks, a little bit later on in the show, you didn't think you were going to get out of Alien, did you? No, you're not. Alien Earth. And then after that, we will, of course, have our fantasy football recap, which I'm looking very forward to. We'll round out the night with talking about one topic we always talk about in terms of movies, but pairing that with the topic we've never talked about in cars. So it should be a great rest of the show. But, Bob, it's time to bring the men into the conversation. You need to let them handle this, if you would, please.
Honey, did you put hubcaps on the lawnmower?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
So I actually had a different segment planned for tonight, and because of certain things, decided to move that to next week, just so that I could get it finalized and stuff. So I had some stuff kind of on reserve here. So we're gonna do another segment of Leave It to the Men, and let me go ahead and pull this up here real quick, and we're gonna try to find out if this is something that men made better or worse. All right, you ready? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Made this headphone for people who enjoy the soothing sounds of rain while on the go. It consists of 2 half-gallon basins and a self-contained pump system with a precision water displacement unit at the top. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's already rain sounds that I can just play on my normal headphones, but with these, not only do you get the natural sound of the water, but you actually get the spray and the mist, and if it's windy, you get super wet. I made this headphone.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This is just stupid. This is not one that he made better. If this guy wants to walk around with this on his head, he's doing it for attention at this point. This is not because he enjoys this.
No.
Oh, that is brutal. That is brutal. There's not. I can get wet in the face.
And I can hear the natural rain sound.
I know what you're thinking. I can hear my headphone. I can use this for my headphones.
That's like.
That's like.
Okay, sir, it's one. Okay, you either take something like a sleep machine, which I have on my phone, and you go outside, or you sit in the shower. You don't do both.
Yes.
Okay? God. We really can make some stuff that's.
I love how the thing's literally like coming out to here.
I like to walk like with this posture. Did you see that? Like, oh,
yeah,
can't bend over
because he doesn't want to spill all the water.
But if it's windy, he's going to spill it anyway.
Yep.
Oh God.
So I think this is a case we can all agree this is a fail. This is one where they did not make it better. Last week we did see an instance where the game of tag was made better. These headphones were not better.
No. How did you find that?
Through hours upon hours of searching and scouring the internet. No, it popped up in my feed.
Oh, okay. That is funny.
Like there's certain stuff that I follow that stuff will pop up. And so I'm already putting stuff like in my bookmarks that we could possibly go back and look at later. Stuff that might be fun. So for different segments. But I saw that and that made me laugh. I was like, yeah, what an idiot.
Funny.
You know, it's nice to see that there are still clearly men out there who are okay not being romantically tied to anybody. They have very fulfilling lives in their own ways. Dear Lord. All right. You know, men, be better. Let's get back to tag.
Please. Yeah, stick to tag.
Stick to tag. Stick to what you know. All right. Well, now that plumbing on your head nonsense is out of the way, let's move on to the next topic at hand, shall we? Bob, if you would, please.
Here we go.
You know, you can take that guy with the shower earphones, you can stick him in that lab with those specimens and let them have their way with him. Dear Lord.
Well, that reminds me, where setting this up, Derek.
Yeah.
I've got something to show you from Alien Earth that I think you guys will get a kick out of.
Let's see.
Oh, you showing something now?
Yeah, let me pull this up here real quick. Can you see it? Or
Yep.
Let me blow it up.
Show me this.
I said the star of perfection.
Oh, God. Perfection.
That sheep really has become all on its own, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that sheep.
Oh,
Yeah.
It
was, oh man. Well, before we, and that is the star of the show, but before we get to the star of the show, we might as well let folks know that we're about to give them some spoilers here.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Unfortunately, Arnold, shut up. We will not. We will gladly talk about this. This is Alien Earth Episode 6. Down 6, we got 2 left. Man, oh man, I can guess how you guys are going to think I'm going to give my review for this one, but I want to get your thoughts. First, obviously, Josh, we'll start with you.
You know, it's funny because something about me is I kind of want to like please my friends. And like, I know you love the show, Derek, and Bobby likes it. I'm telling you, dude, I can't lie to you. I am not a fan of this show.
Okay, then get out.
Help? More entertaining. That would be more entertaining than this show. Last night's episode, first of all, I fell asleep for about 2 minutes, I think. It's so slow, like until like the last 30 minutes, then it picks up. And I don't understand why you love this show so much. The only good parts, you had the eye. And first of all, that freaking sheep scares the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie to you. The way
that's the point. Yeah.
Well, remember, the sheep is dead. It's the eye controlling it.
Right.
Remember the little tentacle that was moving its eye around there?
Yes.
Then I love it because it's got the things on hooked to its head so they can read its brain function.
Oh yeah, that freaks me out too.
That's not gonna help.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Then
Nope.
we have the freaking fly. We have all these. I told Bobby today, I hope all of these guys, we have a major fight on Earth and it's a big war, because really that's the only thing that could save this show, in my opinion. It is just, I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it. If we weren't doing this podcast, I would have been done after the first or second episode. Now I'm way too.
I'll laugh if he ends up loving the last 2 episodes.
I know. He's going to
telling
think episode 8 is going to be a godsend from the writer's room.
Good Lord. It's just not like entertaining to me. I do like Cavalier, if that's a positive thing.
Well,
I loved his
yeah, that
negotiation
is.
with what's her name about, she's like 50 billion. He's like, nope, 20 billion. So that
It's
was
just not safe.
Yeah. And then what else? When the guy told him about you're fired. And by the way, if you're still on the premises by the end of the day, you're going to get shot. So
He didn't need to worry about that, did he?
Right. I just don't know. Yeah. After what he went through, and then I don't know. I'm not into this show, and I want to be into the show. It just drives me crazy.
You can leave.
I need more action. I want to see more. It shouldn't take an hour. Yes, Derek, it should not take an hour for the show to get good.
So unless you have an action or origin story by either Marvel or Star Wars.
The two of you have this thing where it's all about.
Wait a minute.
No, you're both wrong.
Okay, Andor was a bore to get through, and you were cool with that.
No, I said the first season was tough. The second season was much better.
All right, whatever.
It was much better.
You said it took 6 episodes to get going. Actually, no, I think you said it took 7.
No, it was
Or it
6.
really got
you were
going.
right. No, it was 6. Yeah, but 6, 7, 8, and 9. The rest of them were good. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand why I can't get into it. I watched the whole thing last night, and I was like, eh.
Except for 2 minutes.
Let me see. I'm trying to think what other spot was good. Kind of interesting, the whole pregnant thing, and her being, a cyborg, or just, or them trying to figure it out and changing her and all of that. I still don't know why. I do not like the cyborg, by the way. I know he's your favorite character, Derek. He does nothing for me. Like, I don't get it. So, yeah, we'll see if I watch next
Do you want to
week.
be excused from the table?
Yeah, maybe I'll skip next week. We'll see.
Good. Go to your room.
No,
young
he's
man.
going through it now at this point. He's pretending like this is somehow the Acolyte.
This is nowhere near that.
No, it is not. Acolyte was horrible.
Thank you. All right. We've at least thank you for giving it that nod.
No, Acolyte was atrocious. I can't stand the Acolyte. This just is boring to me. And I loved Alien. I loved Aliens, but I did not like Prometheus, and I don't like this.
Okay. Well, then get the out of here. All right, Bob. You've got Josh's opinion. Let's move on to yours.
All right.
You want to tell him why he's wrong?
I'm going to say something that I didn't think I would.
Uh-oh.
Josh has some points about this particular episode.
Wow.
So, this was my least favorite episode. Okay. There are some things in this that I really liked. The whole negotiation, like Josh talked about, between Yutani and Boy Cavalier, I thought that was really cool because he just walks in, he's barefoot, his feet are all dirty, plops his feet up on the table, and what was it? Where she turns around, like she starts at 20 million or whatever. Or no, he starts at 20 million.
No, he started at 20. She started at 10.
She started at 10. He goes to 20. She goes to 15. And then he jumps to 25. I'm like, whoa. And he's like, oh, but we have to keep these creatures because they're on quarantine. We have to keep them for 6 weeks or 6 months, right? Or was it
6 months? Yeah.
6 months.
I think it was 6 months.
So I thought that was kind of interesting because then she's like, oh, we'll give you 50 billion, give them all back now. No. It's not safe.
Yeah.
We'll take the 20 billion and we'll hold on to them for 6 months. And he just leaves. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then what he tells her, he's like, because she's like, well, there are species. And he's like, well, actually, they're living things, so they don't belong to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of cool. Josh mentioned about the android that thinks she was pregnant. Yeah. I was actually mentioning to him earlier today that I think that storyline brings up an interesting ethical dilemma because the two scientists that created them think that they're human, or they're pretty sure they might be because they have those human consciousness. Where what's his name, the Timothy Oliphant's character, Kirsch, the android, he's more like, oh, well, they're not human anymore. They just got human memories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so the question is, are they actually human beings inside there, or is it just memories basically downloaded into them?
Memories.
And if they aren't just memories, is it okay to turn around and go and remove some of them? I think that's kind of interesting because then when she wakes up and some of her memories have been removed, Wendy's questioning this and actually goes to find out what happened. And that creates a real issue. So I think what's going to end up happening is Wendy's going to kind of see that the people are no different than the aliens. They're all very destructive. and I that's kind of what I think's where it's going. But I thought that was very interesting. That eye is great. Love that eye. That's my favorite alien.
Yeah,
of them all. And
it's got the most personality.
Yes,
So-
it doesn't do anything, but it's just staring at him, and yet it does have the most personality. It's great.
Yeah.
So are we up to 5 aliens? Are we up to 5 now?
Maybe because with those wasps
Flies.
or whatever they were,
The
the flies.
flies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
So I liked those things, and I think that it could get real interesting, like when Kirsch wouldn't tell Boyf Cavalier what was going on inside the lab. I thought that was really interesting to see because I want to know what his motivations are. So those are all things that I liked. The things that I didn't like about this particular episode is I thought, first off, I thought everybody went stupid all of a sudden. Like that one android, who was it? Toodles, ended up getting
The acid,
melted.
right?
Yeah, he got melted.
Yeah, feeding all
So
the
he
animals.
opens the door because he accidentally pulled off the thing. So he opens the door so he can put the stuff in. Couldn't he have just slid it in? I mean, he's sitting there holding the door open with his foot, trying to stretch it out. I'm like, he's making a move that Mr. Fantastic couldn't make. You know, and he's sitting there trying to stretch it out there. And that's when the sheep turns around and it hits on the glass and it scares him and he falls in and the door closes. Right. And, he ends up getting, melted. But I was like, couldn't he just open the door and slid it in and then close the door? I mean, it's not like he put it that far in there. I mean, the bugs would have come down to it. Also, the scientist who was trying to get Toodles out, the one that the facehugger attached to, I forget the guy's name, the one of the two that made them all. What I don't get is, he tried to rush in there to get Toodles, but they made it clear that only synthetics were allowed in there. Couldn't he have gotten one of the other synthetics to go in there and get him? I just it seemed like everybody went stupid. The brother, he's probably the weakest character in this whole show. Like, how many episodes have they been telling him she's not your sister, she's not going home with you, and he's still going, can she come home with me? Why can't I get it ready I got to get home ready. Soon you're going to be coming home with me. It just, I don't particularly like the brother. So to me, this was the weaker episode, even though there were some things that I really liked. I liked the fly aliens. I just didn't like the way that it happened. We saw him melt them down. I would have preferred a way that somehow they broke loose or something. So I would have just done it a little bit differently, because ultimately at the end of the day, you need all the aliens to get loose. I mean, that's where the plot's going. So it has to happen. I just didn't realize it was going to happen because of stupidity. So that's what I thought. I still enjoyed it, but this was the weakest episode for me.
All right. Gentlemen, you missed it. You missed the whole point of the episode. Well, Bob mentioned it, but you missed what this was supposed to be. They have to set this up.
Yeah.
They have to get to this level. They set this up to get to what Josh wants. They get to the action if they do this. You have to tell this story, even if it is through stupidity, in order to get to 7 and 8.
Yeah, like to me, the buildup was fine. I didn't have a problem with it like Josh did, where I'm bored. I get so bored. It's just so boring.
Stop whining.
But
that's you, Derek.
Yes, that is me.
I know it is. How did you get back into it?
No, he did.
No, that wasn't me.
Yes, I saw it move. Okay, never mind.
No, that was me who did it, Josh. Get it out of your head. Derek does not have access to it.
I don't believe
We're
you.
not trying to screw you over.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
I don't need this system in order for me to stick it to you. Okay? Believe me, I can do that fine on my own.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Go
so
ahead.
that didn't bother me, the buildup. I was fine with that. I just would have handled
Hold
it.
on. I just saw your headline, Derek. Jerk. I just
You
noticed
just
that
now
there's
saw
a-
it?
How long did it take you to realize that?
I haven't, because I'm sorry, I've been following the podcast and let's learn basic IT. You want to bite me. Okay? Not everyone is an IT boss, Derek.
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly, think.
Sorry, don't you think I would have mentioned something if I had seen it? I've been listening to you guys.
You had it since the start.
No,
yes, he
No,
did.
okay. I had one headline that said the vinyl copy, and then you mentioned this at the beginning before we even got on here about the headlines. And so when you were doing that, you didn't know how to operate it. That's when I put that up. Oh, now you're going to try to do that just to be creative? Okay, yeah, you go ahead. Finish your... Oh, wow, there's a big hurt. Oh, no. Now you've got me.
Anyway, so I just would have handled it a little differently. But go ahead, Derek.
All right. So you needed to set that up in order to get to 7 and 8. And Josh, guess what? You might be right. Wendy might be the big bad here.
We'll see.
Did you not hear her through the show? Why did you do that? Why did you take her memories away? What if the bad is you?
We'll
that
see.
Could be a very telling sign of things to come.
You guys listen to the podcast that they're doing with the director?
No, I haven't listened to that yet, but
I listened to the first couple episodes. It's like a 30-minute podcast.
Okay.
That's an easy listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good to know. But I love this kind of stuff because now we have more specimens.
More specimens?
And now that lamb is going to become a meme. You watch. That thing's going to blow up the internet. It's going to be very, very popular. There are some interesting ethical questions raised on this. Like, well, if they have real thoughts and more to the point, real feelings, is it really fair to manipulate them like that?
Yeah.
But, Trish isn't wrong. They're not human. They don't have human body parts. They're handled differently, completely. And yes, you can erase their memories, which also raises interesting parts about human beings. What if you didn't want certain memories? Wouldn't you like them to go away? If they hurt you too much? But then the other question becomes, who would be in control of that? So see, this is great science fiction. That's how you know. And that's what this is. So you're going to appreciate this episode, except for Josh. He probably won't. But folks out there will, because you're going to get to a 7 and an 8 that I think is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to need this in order to get to those. Josh doesn't get to watch 7 and 8 now. How about that?
Okay, fine.
No, he has to watch it.
All right. Yeah, you're in it now. Sit down.
You don't get 6 episodes in with 2 left and then quit.
No, I'm not quitting.
There we go. That's the spirit, Josh. That's what I want to hear.
God,
Tough it out.
I don't think there's going to be. I think I saw the preview for next week. There's no action.
You don't know that yet.
Josh. You haven't seen any of the previews.
Yeah.
No, it came on after the show.
Whatever.
Whatever.
The scientific method is a method. It's not a suggestion. Thank you, Timothy Oliphant. I'm a very big fan of that. All right. So I'm excited, obviously, for numbers 7 and 8. This is right up my alley. But I'm a little disappointed in Bob, but I mean, I'm always disappointed in Josh, so that's fine.
Yeah, like I said, for me, it was just the weakest episode, but it wasn't because, like I said, I was bored or anything like that. To me, it was just because I thought the way they advanced the plot could have been done better. But I agree with you that it had to get to that point because they had to break loose. They have to get out.
Yeah. Well, that's what, and then Morrow basically breaks down the plan, and when they're at that corporate table there, and like tells the leader of the the corporation, well, there's only one thing left to do, isn't there? Break them loose and let havoc reign. And so here we are. And she okayed it.
I wonder if Cavalier
survives. What's that?
I think that'll be fun.
I wonder if Cavalier survives this season or if he gets killed.
Wow.
I think he's a goner.
He's kind of made to be a goner. He's but you have to wait till the last one for him to go. Like you have to set that up.
Yes.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be great if the eye went in him?
Ooh.
Oh God, that would be nuts.
And he's just sitting there going.
Yeah, he just sits there like.
I'm thinking it's the Fly.
The Fly gets him?
Yeah.
Nah, it'll be the Xenomorph.
Yeah, which is kind of too bad. The eye would be more fun.
I think so. I like that eye.
The eye is great. I'm not saying the Xenomorph won't have that share of fun and a kill spree as well, but I would like to see the eye on Cavalier. I think that could be good fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can't wait for more fun. Well, speaking of things you're not going to be a fan of, Josh.
Oh, jeez.
Bob, if you would, please.
Oh, God.
Well, then.
I miss the music.
It is back.
Here we are. Oh, well. For all that bragging you did last season, Josh, don't mean a hill of beans now, does it?
Hey, people remember who wins the first year. Nobody remembers who wins the second year.
Shut up. We got to get it. Shut up. We got to get into the recap here.
Go ahead.
So,
there we are.
It is going to be week 1, and Josh did want to point out, and he so happily did, that he won last year, and all year long we kept hearing the same thing going into the new season.
I'm the champ. I'm the champ. I'll beat you like I did last time.
That's fair.
However, week 1 did not turn out very well for him at all. To be honest, it didn't turn out well for Tarek or Josh.
You bunch of losers!
He's got all out. And it's good to have Beetlejuice back in his proper spot for the fantasy recap. And so for our fantasy recap, unfortunately, someone had to come in last place.
You like that picture, huh?
So, Josh, after making fun of me for who I picked at quarterback, his quarterback came in under my quarterback's performance. Bo Nix, 9.84 points.
Look how many icicles.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
Look at that. Every player has an icicle.
Genty ended up with 12 points. James Conner, 14.4. Here's the thing about Conner. And
Conner always does well. As long as
Conner always does well, but I don't think he's going to do as well this year because they are talking about Trey Benson eating into his workload. And even James Conner said that it's going to be more of a split this year than it was last year. So I think as the season goes on, you'll see more of Benson. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Detroit Lions really struggled. Only 8.5 points. Calvin Ridley, 6.7. McLaurin from Washington, 4.7. Laporta, also from Detroit, he was solid with 13.9 points. Travis Hunter, an interesting pick there with 9.3. You went with the Browns defense, and they ended up with 4 points. Your final score was 83.34. Final verdict.
It's so true. Can I just say, Bob, you and I talked about Calvin Ridley being the number 1 receiver for Tennessee. Boy, did that not work.
Well, it does have a rookie quarterback, so
good.
So Josh, great start. I hope you have how many weeks do we have? 17 more of those. So,
Oh my God.
all right. So second place, which Derek. Derek, he went with Burrow at quarterback. Burrow also had a bad game, 8.82 points. He went with Charbonnet. I thought that was kind of an interesting pick because I was really thinking that Walker would be the main running back, but they had an interesting split there. 10.7 points. HN you went with 16.5. He got lucky with that late touchdown, and I know because I played him too. Ricky Pearsall, he was a great play, 17.8 points. Jamar Chase, this goes back to Burrow, who struggled. So because Burrow struggled, Chase struggled with 4.6.
Yeah.
Douglas from the Patriots, he ended up getting 8.2 points. Trey McBride, 12.1. Trevor Etienne from Carolina with 0.4 points.
Wow.
He went with the Broncos defense. He ended up with 93.12 points. Final verdict.
I'm with it. I'm hip.
Jeez, it's so bad. You went along great with the dance.
I know that's the problem Bob was trying to go to there.
Yeah. So, and now we get to our champ for the week.
Come on, that's lame. You did that.
I was going to do a new picture, but I just felt like celebrating too much. Because, again, you got on to me for Flacco. He had the highest score of all three quarterbacks, 14.2 points. HN, 16.5. Chase Brown with 13.1. Josh, shut up. Chase Brown, 13.1. I went with Mike Evans.
Of course you did.
I should have gone with Egbuka, who was my first choice. But then when I saw the opportunity to bump up to Evans, I went with him. It just didn't work out for me. Drake London, 13.5. Jerry Jeudy, who I partnered with Flacco, got 11.6. David Njoku really stunk it up with 6.7. I was expecting more. The second tight end actually did really, really well. I went with Pearsall in my flex, 17.8 points. We also went with the Bronco defense, 14 points. My final score was 117.5. Final verdict.
I prayed for this and it happened.
God.
Yes.
I don't know why you're saying
hold on. I just want to hear that one more time.
I prayed for this and it happened.
Bob, I congratulated you on Flacco.
No, you didn't. You teased me right from the get-go. So I prayed for this and it happened.
You were right.
That deserves Drew McIntyre. It just
I had to pull that one out for.
Yes.
Look at Josh's face. Okay, so our leaderboard to start off of the year, I had to do a different leaderboard this time because the leaderboard shows all of our contests, including last year's. So I had to make a new leaderboard just for this year. So I've got one win when Josh and Derek start off with 0 apiece, and we'll be getting into the Sunday's games next week, and we'll discuss that and see how we did for week 2. So a fun start for the week. Things are as they should be. I prayed for this and it happened.
Still the champ.
I gotta. No, you're not. I gotta. No, you're not. Shush, or we're kicking you off. Thank you. All right. So I gotta tell you, I thought that Joe and Mr. Chase were gonna really show up in that game, and they did not at all.
Yeah, I thought they were going to also. I almost like the 3 quarterbacks that I was choosing between. I was choosing between Baker, who I wish I would have gone with, Flacco, and Burrow. Those were my 3 choices. I ended up going with Flacco because I was able to bump up the wide receiver spot. And so that's why I went with him, because of the price. He actually had the best, he scored better than Burrow, but not as good as Baker did. So But
Yeah.
overall, a good first week. I think it was fun, and looking forward to doing next week with you guys.
Tell you what, I may want to switch my pick about that whole New England thing. Dear God. That didn't work out. At least not this week it didn't. All right.
No.
It's time to rev up the engine. It's time to make sure that your seatbelts are buckled. It's time to make sure there's usage of that squeaky thing at the gas station. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next topic and final topic for the evening. Bob, if you would. That was good.
That
was well done. Well, folks, we talked about enough about movies now where we haven't given the cars their due. And I can't actually believe it's taken us this long to do this. It was a good idea by Bob.
It was your idea. Yeah, Bobby's idea.
We're going to talk.
It was kind of a joint idea there.
A joint idea. A collaboration.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the rides from. I did movies and TV shows. Was that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Then my list is accurate. Okay. Are we just going to do this collectively? Go through the lists and or you want to go like person by person?
Each. No, don't go individual. Just give us all your list.
Yeah, but let's go through and let's give our honorable mentions first.
Yeah, let's do that first. Okay, Josh, kick us off.
My two honorable mentions actually are number 7, Ghostbusters. That car is iconic and always loved seeing it. What I found very funny, Bob, I've been meaning to tell you this. I love how in the second one, they have it painted with the 2. Remember? It's just so random. Like, why do they have they have it for 2 for Ghostbusters 2, but do they really need to do that? But I love the look of the car.
I think it's actually a different car.
Is it?
Because when you get to Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is a sequel for it, the original Ecto-1 is still the same.
Really? So you think the Ecto-1 was not in the second one? It's a different
the license plate said Ecto-1A. Now, I think originally it was meant to be the same car, but I think they retconned it to where it's a different car.
Okay. Maybe. All right. Love that car.
You watch Ghostbusters Afterlife, the Ecto-1 is the exact same.
Okay, got it. My number 6. So I've kind of grouped some things together. Transformers, specifically the Charger from Bumblebee. I think was a really cool looking car, but I also loved Optimus Prime with the semi truck. I thought those were 2 really cool looking cars.
Kind of like the beat up ride that Bumblebee was to start.
That was funny. That was funny. No, but when it was all like polished and that was it a Charger or Camaro? No, it was a Camaro, right?
Camaro, yeah.
That's right. So yeah, I would say those are my 2 honorable mentions.
All right.
Bob, take it away.
All right. So I also have the Ecto-1 at number 7. It is an iconic car. One thing I love about the car is the sirens and the lights and everything. Yeah. There is no reason for those sirens or that light to be there whatsoever. That is simply there because of the ego of the Ghostbusters. They wanted to make a statement. They wanted to be flashy, and so they designed their car that way. And it's got all this stuff on it that they don't even use. It's made to make a statement, and it's still cool. So the Ecto-1 at number 7. Number 6, and it's mainly because I want to ride around with these people, and I think it would be a lot of fun, and that is the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. I want to ride around in that. I want to hang out with Scooby, Shaggy, and Velma, and Daphne. Fred, he can go. But no, that's because I want to be able to hang out with Daphne and Velma. I got to get Fred out.
You're a Velma
fan. Hey, Velma's cool. There's a reason why they make so many Halloween costumes for Velma.
It's
because she walks around going, "My glasses! I can't find my glasses. Where they jinkies?"
Jinkies.
So
She's a
anyway,
freak.
the Mystery Machine, I think it's cool. When you see the Mystery Machine roll up, you know it's about to get wild because there's a mystery to be solved. So I'm going with the Mystery Machine.
All right, good choices.
Very good.
Okay, I'm not looking to break anybody's heart here, but the Ecto 1 did not make my list. Yes, it is iconic. Yes, there's no denying that. But a lot of my rides actually aren't really iconic. They're just the ones I like the most.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. They're your
Yep.
list. It's your
All
list.
right, here we go. The first honorable mention. This car used to really piss me off, and I don't know why this movie made it look like. No, it's fun. It's the Mini Coopers from the Italian Job.
Okay.
Okay, no, I saw that online actually. I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of at first you look at that car and you're like, what are you doing? Like, just come on, just drive through the narrow streets of France. You're fine, okay? Like, you're good. But then I watched him in that movie and I'm like, not bad. Actually pretty good. Fun.
Right.
Fun. A nice touch. So I'm going to give them the shout out that they deserve. But the other shout out, I can't help it. It's the 1986 Chrysler Town and Country from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That car is a wreck. It is exactly what Steve Martin and John Candy are.
That is funny. That's a good pick. It's random as hell.
Yep.
Do you think this vehicle's safe to drive? Yes, I do. You know how fast you were going? Well, it's a funny thing that you say that because I was just telling my friend here that our speedometer's melted.
By the way, gents, John Candy has a documentary coming out.
Yes, I was going to mention it to you guys if you wanted to cover it.
We should do that.
Well, I had mentioned it to y'all in the chat.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yes, you did. That's right.
Yeah.
And we should watch.
That's going to be one we're going to watch.
Yeah.
Because $6 in my left nut, maybe says we don't make it to Chicago is maybe one of the best lines ever in cinema.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So how can you not put on that car on there? That's character and a half. It's 80s personified. It's exactly what a lot of 80s movies were like, where they just have a trashed car in the comedies. Like, if you want to watch the cool movies, you went to the action ones, and then that's where you would get the cool cars. In the comedy movies, you got the beat-up cars.
It was so good.
Which was great. So I want to give that one as my honorable mention for the second one. So that's 6 and 7 for me.
All right.
Okay. Bob.
All right.
Take it away with your list.
I have a feeling, Josh, that we're going to have 3 of the same ones on here for sure.
I'm sure.
But, all right. So my number 5, it is the Ferrari that belonged to Cameron's dad in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's a good one.
So random.
That is an awesome car.
It is.
It's the one. I mean, it is so awesome that the valets were like, "Oh, we'll take good care of it." Then they went on a joyride in that thing and racked up the miles.
Hey, Bob,
yeah.
My wife is here, and she totally agrees with you on that one.
It's a great car.
That I'm with him
The
on that one.
1956 Ferrari California GT, I believe, was the full description of it.
What was
it? Is his love. It is his passion. It is his fault. He did not lock the car.
Oh yeah, and then what is it that he tells or Cameron tells him we can't take this. Well, let's just use your car. He said, or he's like, why don't we just use my car? He's like, oh, nobody's gonna believe that Simone's father drives that beat up piece of shit. That's what he says. I mean, so yeah, it's hilarious. So yeah, the Ferrari there. Number 4. Herbie the Love Bug.
I was wondering if this was going to make your list. I saw it being on Bob's list. It did.
Okay, so the reason Herbie made my list is because that car's alive. I mean, that car has feelings. It thinks. I mean, it'll cry. You know, you see the windshield wiper fluid coming out when it's crying. You know, it will take care of you, and it's fast as hell. I mean, it's a world famous racing car. So, I mean, it may look like crap, but you're not only getting a winning car that you could drive races with, but you're getting a best friend. You know, so I've got Herbie the Love Bug at number 4.
Okay.
Number 3, I got what is it? The Night Industries 2000. What is the Kit?
It's Kit from Knight Rider. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the 2000, right? Not the 3.
Yeah.
2000.
No,
okay. So, yeah, I got Kit. This car can do everything. And if you go back and watch like the original episode when Michael's test driving it for the first time, you know, the car will actually move him out of the way and stuff like that. And he's amazed by the fact that the car can think. And of course, you know, eventually you find out it can talk and all that. So yeah, it's not alive like Herbie the Love Bug. It's artificial intelligence. But yeah, it's a cool car. It's got the voice of Mr. Feeney.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah,
it makes that car kind of a smart ass too, which is awesome.
It was so good. It was so good.
So yeah, I got Kit at my number 3. My number 2 is the Batmobile from Batman '89. I think that's my favorite design of the Batmobile.
Mm-hmm.
And well, at least for the movie versions.
Okay.
I think that's a really cool version of the car. It even kind of inspired what they did with Batman in the animated series, because that version of the car kind of resembles the version from Batman '89.
Yeah.
The moment when Batman comes out of the museum with Vicky Vale and tells her to get in the car, and she's like, which one? And then you see her turn her head and you see the Batmobile and it opens up and she goes running to the Batmobile. It just with Tim Burton's score there. It's not Tim Burton's, Danny Elfman's score. It's perfect.
Perfect.
So Batman, the Batmobile from Batman '89. And my number 1 is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Well, Back to the Future is my all-time favorite movie. So
yeah,
right now, that's going to be my favorite car. Couple of reasons. One, it just looks cool. It's the DeLorean. The doors open, you know, up. The real DeLoreans were a piece of garbage, but this one could. But this one can travel through time.
Yep.
And that's the other reason why I like it, because there's so much you could do with that. And you know what? Biff had the right idea. I am going to the future and I am going to get a book of all the sports statistics and I am going to bring it and give it back to myself at some point in the past and make myself a rich man. So the only difference is I'm not going to go build a casino. I'll just buy them all.
For as dumb as Biff was, that was a pretty smart idea.
Yeah,
it was. Oh, well, it's because he stole the idea from Marty.
That's right. But he got away with it. That's the difference.
Yeah. From Marty or from his dad?
He stole it from Marty, because Marty remember, he bought the almanac and he wanted to go back in time, or he wanted to take it back with him so he can make some bets.
Right. Dr. Brown had to be like, Marty, there are serious consequences for messing with things from the future and the past.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not. Have you ever seen the deleted scene of when Biff brings the DeLorean back to the future?
No.
Maybe.
Okay, so in the deleted scene, in the original scene is after he brings the DeLorean, he's walking out and he's like,
yeah.
You actually see in a deleted scene that's added on to that, where he starts to disappear. And the logic behind it is that either he's not the same Biff anymore, or because he got so rich and corrupt, someone ended up murdering him in the past at some point, so he didn't live to be that long, or didn't live that long.
Gosh.
He didn't live to be that old. So, so that's kind of there. But anyway, I think it'd be kind of cool to travel through time and stuff like that. I tease about making myself rich. Well, not really, but I would like to travel through time and see some cool events and stuff. So, so the DeLorean's my number 1.
All right, that's fair. Good choices, Josh. Your list, sir.
All right. Well, Bob was right. Him and I have a couple exactly the same. My number 5 is Knight Rider.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, seeing that car, listening to Mr. Feeney talk, and just it was the coolest looking car. I mean, come on, you gotta have Knight Rider on there.
Well, and the best was he would kind of insult. He would give David Hasselhoff at least 3 insults.
Oh
during
yeah, that's not how you do it, Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
So
just be so condescending, it would be great.
It was good. Number 4 is a cartoon. And I don't know if you guys watched this cartoon. I loved it. Do you remember the cartoon Mask?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. What are you laughing? My wife's laughing at me now. The car.
And she should be.
At the time, I had seen the Gull Wings with the wings and then the flying car was the red car. That was my favorite. I thought that was the coolest looking car. They also had a semi. I remember that. And I think my mom still has this toy at our house where it opens up and there's like guns and everything. And it's a pretty cool looking toy. So I thought that show had like the coolest cars. And yeah, the red, it might have been a Ferrari. I don't know, but it definitely had the Gull Wings. It was awesome. Number 3, and I'm not sure if I have the right movie on this one. James Bond. It might have been GoldenEye, the BMW. Do you guys remember that one?
Yes, they had switched the car. They had switched the car product placement from Aston Martin to BMW.
Yeah, the Pierce Brosnan one, I think, was really sick looking. I think, was it a convertible? I can't remember.
I think it was. Yeah.
Revamped the sports car for BMW for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really, really cool. My number 2 is the DeLorean. Just like Bob said, it was a fun car. It could fly and it could take you back to the future. And
that's another thing, real quick. You mentioned that it can fly.
Yeah.
That's the version of the car that I think is the best version. And here's why. It doesn't require plutonium.
True, because that was in the 3rd one, right?
Yeah, because remember, Doc used to think that that in 1985, plutonium you could buy it at any corner drugstore. So,
right.
No, but yeah, it still required regular gasoline, but you could just throw some trash in there and that would activate the time circuits. So
what was the year you said? 85 or 55?
Well, no. Doc said back in 55, he says, okay. "Oh, I'm sure that in 1985, plutonium's available in every corner drugstore."
That's funny. That is funny. So yeah,
which is funny because cool. Earlier in the movie, Marty tells Doc in 1985, he's like, "You can't just go into a store and buy plutonium."
I know, exactly. That's funny. All right, and my number 1, hands down, the Batmobile. And I have a couple favorite variations. I agree with Bob 100%. 1989 Batman, coolest Batmobile. I remember being in the theater, and like Bob said, you didn't see it right away. It took like an hour into the film when they were at the museum.
I mean, it was its own debut, really.
Yeah, it was. And then when it went through Axis Chemicals and basically took charge without Batman in the driver's seat, I thought the look of it was awesome. Everything about it. And to go with that, I thought Batman the Animated Series one was awesome. And it had the same kind of look, but it was different because it had a longer front to it.
Yeah, the animated series has a similar design. You can tell it's inspired by the movie, which makes sense because the animated series, a lot of its feel, the music and stuff like that is inspired from the 89 movie and from the comic. It's like a good balance of the two.
Right. And I know this one's campy, but the Batman Adam West TV show, that really was the first Batmobile I saw growing up. I remember watching the reruns and stuff. I thought it was cool. Yeah, I don't know if you guys liked it, but I thought it was cool, and it had the phone in there, and it had all the gadgets, and I thought it was really neat. And actually, the other one that I really liked, I didn't love, but I thought it was okay, was Batman Forever. It had a kind of a unique design, I thought. Remember Derek said it had kind of like slots kind
Was
of
that
on the side.
Was that the tumbler?
No.
No. That was Batman Begins.
Right.
Jeez.
This one was, Bob, how do you describe it?
It's the neon version of the Batman 89 one.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's some similar stuff to it, but you're right. Yeah, it's got like these kind of slits on it and stuff. Yeah, it's cool looking. I had no issue with it.
And then honestly, the honorable mention for me, and I know we didn't mention games, but I think the Arkham series had the coolest Batmobile. To me, if you guys look it up, it was a pretty cool looking Batmobile.
Real quick, it didn't make my list, but it got pretty close, and that was the car from Supernatural.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. God, I didn't even think about that. The Chevy.
Yeah.
Right?
I got real close to putting that one on my list, but
what was it? 1960 Chevy or something?
I think so. But yeah, I got real close, but it didn't quite make my list.
So yeah, I mean, come on, the Batmobile is awesome. You got to have the Batmobile. So yeah, that's my list.
That was a decent Batmobile on that Arkham game.
Yeah, right. I thought it was cool looking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you got for us, Derek?
Okay, I give you all credit. Obviously, you got iconic choices on there. A lot of them, good choices all around. You boys left some out.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, this is the one that you didn't leave out, Bob. You took the mystery machine from me. Dang it! So I agree, Bob. That's that one. It's funny because it's a very iconic ride, but it never gets discussed all that much until you see it. And then you're like, oh my God, I remember that. And when it was in the movie, they did that thing a lot of justice. So it's great. It's a great van all around. Iconic in its own right. Should get more praise.
Yep.
Okay. But this is where I get you, Bob, because I thought you were going to have this on your list, but you didn't.
Let me hear it.
The Munsters coach.
Oh,
it's funny because I did think about that one too.
Did you think about it? I bet you did. That is a great car.
Wow.
That car is tremendous. It is so over the top, Halloween ridiculous, and it is. If you were at a Halloween party and that rolled up, that would be the star of the night. Period. End of discussion. That would win.
That's right.
I love that car. It's like when you were a little kid and you saw that car, how could you not want to drive it? Please. Absolutely tremendous. All right. That moves us on to number 3. Josh, I'm about to give you a shout out. So pay attention.
All right. Sorry.
The 2008 Audi R8 that Tony Stark drove in the first Iron Man.
Oh, yes. Nice. When he went to
a slick ride.
When he went to the party.
Mm-hmm.
And he drives up. Yes.
Drove that up.
That is
sick. Tony Stark personified. You don't expect to see Tony Stark in an Audi, but Tony Stark, being the guy he is, could probably give you 15 reasons why the Audi is the best car, because he has a scientific mind. So
wow.
that car was perfect. That car was perfect for him. It was perfect for the character. It was perfect for the movie.
Yeah.
And I bet you it's an awesome ride too, because that thing looked like it was pretty dang sleek. Yeah. So that's my number 3. Number 2, Joshua, I do understand your selection on the BMW for GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Speaking of iconic, the 63 Aston Martin DB5 from Goldfinger.
Okay.
That's the car.
The
I can't help it with Bond. I just think Aston Martin. That's what it is.
No, that's very acceptable. By the way, Derek, what was your number 5?
The Mystery Machine.
Mystery Machine.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys were the same. Okay, got it.
The 63 is this convertible that has missiles shooting out of it. I love it. It's easily my favorite Bond car. And there's a lot of great Bond cars, too.
Right.
You could probably do a top 5 just on the Bond cars.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what was the one after GoldenEye?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, I think that there was a cool car on that one, and also Daniel Craig's. He had a lot of cool ones.
Daniel Craig had some sick car, like the Casino Royale ride was awesome.
I love that movie. That was
that's a fantastic one.
I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, my parents try to get all jaded with it. Oh well, it's not it's not like the other Bonds. It's not. I don't know. It's a little too rough for me. And I'm like, you're gonna watch that, and they watched it. And sure enough, it was awesome, wasn't it, Mom and Dad? Shame on you for poo-pooing it.
By the way, real quick, do you guys remember the car in Justice League that Bruce Wayne was driving? Was it an Audi?
I don't remember.
Or Mercedes?
Probably
That was
awesome.
car. That was a sick car.
Yeah, that was the beauty of Bruce Wayne. He not only had the Batmobiles, then he just had the cars in his garage.
Yeah.
That's Bruce Wayne. He's. What's your superpower? I'm rich.
Yeah. Yeah, and it had
Great
the wheel,
line.
kind of like the Tesla wheel. You know that very small wheel that they like the Cybertrucks have.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Well, number one. Yeah, this one gets it. It's the 1973 Ford XB Falcon from Mad Max.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
That car has character and a half. It looks like it's ready to eat pavement. Shred it to pieces. It is not, I mean, it's a dirty car. It's meant to be a rough ride.
Right.
But there's something about it that just looks like it's meant to cause pain and chaos. So that is why I love that car. And if you watch in the movie, it always makes like this real nasty like noise of metal and mayhem, and it's exactly what you want in a movie like that.
Yeah,
I would love to start that car in my neighborhood and just set off every car alarm. It'd be great. All right, so that is my list.
All right, there we go.
That's a good compilation.
There we go.
That's
That
a good
was
mixture.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you guys this quick question. I'm looking something up because I never get the. Oh yeah, do you each of you have a dream car that you would love?
A dream car.
A dream car that you've always wanted? Because I have one.
I want a flying car from Back to the Future.
That's funny. Do you have
You
any
said
other
dream
one?
car?
No, I know.
I don't know. I don't really. See. Here's the thing. I'm not like a big gearhead.
Yeah, me
but
neither. Like, if I could have any particular car, maybe a Ferrari, maybe a Jaguar. I've always said I wanted to own one, but it wasn't because I really have a specific one in mind. Just, I'd like to own one.
Yeah.
So,
My
that's maybe
favorite-
what it is.
My favorite was back in the 90s, the Acura NSX. Do you guys remember that? The sports car, it had Acura on the back in red. Vidare's going to look it up.
I am going to look this up. Hold on.
That's one of my all-time favorite cars.
What is it again?
The Acura NSX.
It's not a bad looking ride. That's pretty slick.
The NSX. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my all-time. Yes, I agree with you, Bob. A Ferrari, a Lamborghini, but I've always
But you
loved
said
this
from the 90s, right?
Yeah, this one was from the 90s.
So what year?
I mean, you can look it up. This was a 91. You could do 96. It doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter because they're different cars.
I know, but this one, what I'm looking at, I think was 91.
Okay.
You guys seeing that there?
Yeah, I see it.
That's
Yeah,
what I
looks
love.
good.
That's something I've always wanted.
All right.
It's fair. All right.
It's like 120 grand right now.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all right then. Well, I think that is a wrap.
about you,
for the
Derek?
evening. My dream
What about
car?
you? Yeah. Do you have one or no?
I have to admit, when I watched Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street with the Maserati,
Yeah.
when because I think Channing Tatum is like hyping that car up the whole movie.
Yes.
You got to get the Maserati, and so when he finally gets it, and he finally like kicks it into higher gear, you just grabs the steering wheel. He's like, "Holy shit!" It made me be like, I do kind of want to try to like push that thing to the metal because I bet you it's fun. You need to find an empty road with no one on it to just have a ball with that thing. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe that. I mean, a Porsche, Lamborghini probably be fun. Ferrari. You know, the classic ones that everybody will say would be, you know, they're
right.
Yeah, that would probably be it. Or it'd be really funny. Did you? Okay, I know Bob has yet to see this, but Josh, I don't think you have either. There's a movie called Drive with Ryan Gosling.
I know it. I have heard it. I have not seen it. I know what you're talking about.
At the beginning of the movie, the guy who he's a driver, obviously, but he has a guy who helps him out with his cars, and that's Bryan Cranston. Shout out,
yeah.
God. And he takes the Chevy Impala and he puts like all this like serious engine and other equipment in the bottom of it, and the guts of it. So that thing can haul and huff, but it's still a Chevy Impala. Like you wouldn't notice it from anything else. So it'd be kind of fun to have something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's just a couple of ideas.
By the way, the worst car I hated in a movie, Batman and Robin. That Batmobile.
Well, there was really nothing to like about that movie. So
that Batmobile.
The car at this point.
It was like a sport. It was so campy. Oh, it was horrible.
I'm your new cellmate.
Winter has come at last.
Shower. Now that we talked about that movie. All right.
Yep.
All right. I wash my hands of that. All right. Well, I think it's time to wrap this up for the night. But before we do that, folks, just a final thought, if we may.
All right, here we go.
I prayed for this and it happened.
All right, here we go.
You can't change it. You cannot change it. So good.
You know, folks, we talked about a very important topic last week on this show and showing the right level of appreciation to your grill. And there's another thing, though, that I was reminded of because, as we all know, the kids are back in school where they should be. And a lot of people tend to think that, you know, I'm kind of a heartless bastard when it comes to my thoughts on getting rid of a children's summer vacation and putting them back where they should be. Which I am, by the way. So there's that. But it's not all heartless bastards. Because we need to give them a moment to recognize just how important recess is. You guys remember recess, don't you?
Oh,
you
yes.
needed recess when you were a kid. Really, it was a break for everybody. The teachers needed one too. But really, it was about the fact that without the notion of recess, we wouldn't become the great video game players, the great toy collectors, the great comic book readers.
My God.
The great wastes of time that we came up with.
Yep.
That was, in big part, an appreciation of what recess really is. Because that's where a lot of that happened. And it was right in the morning time. Kids didn't need a cup of coffee back then to get you through the day. You had recess. That was a special time. And it should always stay that way. So, gents, let's hear it for recess, which is what's helped us.
Recess. If it wasn't for recess, Bob would never have broken his arm and passed out twice on the
No, that wasn't in recess. That was in PE.
That's different. That doesn't count.
Thought it was at lunch, actually.
No, it was in PE.
Bob would know. Because
Josh, once again, he heard half of a story and then made a leap. See, he was doing it back then too. See, those are the types of stuff that kids do, and he's still doing it now as an adult.
I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. We were in class. Someone walks in and goes, "Did you hear the news?" "What?" "Bobby Smith fell down again, broke his arm. The bone was sticking through the skin. He looked at it and passed out."
Okay. Well, that will kind of make you pass out.
No, but it's
That's
kind
what
of
we were told.
yeah, which is funny because
He walked himself to the
myself
nurse.
down to the nurse. So I'm like, I don't know where the story came that I passed out.
It's all
It'd
over
be
the
kind of hard to walk myself there.
Well, it's funny how you did mention Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, all you got to do is say one little thing, and people go off with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or there's Josh, just makes leaps in his head.
Exactly.
The point being, boys, recess
Rocks.
That's where your inner procrastinator that we all have truly comes out.
Yes.
And that should be appreciated because you're going to have that the rest of your life. So thank you, Recess, for acknowledging that and helping us out with that very notion and making us grow into the people we are today. That's my final thought for you. And with that, it's time to sign off. Social media, gents, here we go. Josh, hit us first.
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram as the Family Men of the Valley. You can find me on LinkedIn and TikTok.
Thank you, sir. Bob, if you would, please.
You can find me over on my YouTube channel, Bob Loves Movies. Channel's name is Was It Good? You can also find me on X and Criticless. And as always, we'll post our social media in the description below.
I prayed for this and it happened.
God.
He's never going to let that one down. You're going to get that about 5 times this week, just in the thread there, Josh.
God.
No, I told Josh that it would be for Wednesday night. You see, I don't have to spend an entire year or an entire week talking about his victories, just like, or talking about my victories like he does about his. I told him I would save it for Wednesday night. And sure enough, I saved it for Wednesday night.
I prayed for this and it happened.
You saved it for 10 times Wednesday night.
You know what? When I win, I'm going to be a gracious winner and not say anything. I'm going to respect you guys.
You're so full of it. What are you talking about?
It won't take him 2 seconds as soon as the contest closes.
That's right. Oh,
and see, that's the fun of this. I love these segments, the fantasy football segments. They're fun.
Of course, when you repeat the same video 4 times in one show, I bet you love it.
Yeah.
I prayed for this and it happened.
It has Drew McIntyre in it. You're allowed to play it as many times as you want.
That's right.
I've missed this. I'll admit, I have missed it.
Good.
Yeah, it's a fun segment.
It is.
So we'll have a fun season.
Beetlejuice is back in his rightful spot.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. So for me, you can find me over with the rest of the old people. I mean, I don't know if Michael Caine's going to be there, but you may. This juncture, you can find me at LinkedIn and, of course, Facebook. That's it. Gents, pleasure talking to you as always. Folks out there, please be good to each other, okay?
Yes, be good.
Yeah, be good to each other and do right by one another, and hopefully we become better as we go through the motions here. So thank you, guys. Have a great night.
You have a good night.